Digital public goods are instruments in an economy that allow connectivity, that allow transparency, and allow people to work together collectively to achieve a certain set of goals, whether they are the sustainable development goals or simply the growth goals of an economy.
So digital public goods are open source digital building blocks which can be used to fast track the achievement of our sustainable development goals. I think this is a remarkable movement, and at the heart of the DPG movement is the idea of openness, interoperability, and sharing, so that different organizations, countries, entities don't have to reinvent the wheel, but can benefit off and build on top of what already exists, thereby simplifying, fast-tracking the achievement of the sustainable development goals that are very dear to us.
Open source software, open standards, open data were built by communities of contributors that did create and govern those resources. And the benefits are enormous because first it did launch this movement of innovation, this digital revolution, and it did empower the people because no one can expropriate you, nor change the price, nor take the control, because you cannot build a monopoly on what we call in France digital commons.
But what it means to be a digital public good is that no one owns them. They're available, freely available to all to use, and they are shareable. And this is why it's so important, because what we see is that countries around the world are trying to solve the same problems. And if others have already developed a solution and made that openly available to everybody, then they can grab that and use it for their own purposes, solve their own problems. And this is why we're so excited about this, because they become building blocks for countries to work on their digital public infrastructures.
For these goods to operate successfully and optimally, you do need the digital public infrastructure as well. Digital public infrastructure, in fact, is the one thing that assures interoperability and smooth functioning of an economy. When you take, for example, what has been happening in Ukraine and how the government, in the midst of a war situation, has used digitalization and digital governance to actually run their country, it shows you how digital public infrastructures make a difference to growth, to sustainability, sometimes even just for survival.